All right. So thank you, the Bay Area Taiwanese Biotech Association, again, for bringing all these great speakers and the moderators and enriching us with all this remarkable biotech advancements. So before we move on to the next keynote, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Scully Wen. I'm currently work at Intel as the event marketing and the product demo lead, serving the global client computing business. Prior to joining Intel, I was an event operations strategist at ASUS North America for more than 6 years. Today, it's my pleasure here to be the moderator for the final keynote. AI is certainly the buzzword nowadays, and then especially when it comes to the technological transformations. And the PC and the computer hardware has always been on the forefront driving these transformations. AI has completely changed the way we think, we work, and we communicate. It has immensely increased our work output while at the same time reduce our working hours. So how AI can be more accessible and affordable to all PC users and the industries is going to be a hot topic in the next 5 or 10 years. And then it's my pleasure today to have Vivian Lien join us here. So she's currently the Vice President of Client Computing Group and the General Manager of Client Graphics at Intel. She was also my former manager at ASUS for nearly 5 years. And I'm thrilled to be able to work with Vivian again at Intel. So in the next 30 minutes, Vivian is going to share what's Intel's view on AI and how Intel approaches AI from ecosystem perspective. Intel has an extensive product roadmap of CPU and GPU and robust marketing and the positioning strategies. And we believe all this will help accelerate the adoption of AI in any consumer or industry markets. Without further ado, so please join me in a warm round of applause and welcome Vivian to the stage.
Thank you, Scully. Really good to see you again, and thank you all for coming here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon to learn, to connect, and more importantly, to talk about what the future will bring to us. So, as Scully mentioned, my name is Vivian. I'm responsible for product management at Intel, specifically focused on graphics. Now, today, I want to talk about a very important transformation that's happening in the PC ecosystem. AI is expected to usher in waves of changes that will shift the way we work and play. We've been hard at work to create a family of products that will power the acceleration that is already happening today. Now, we're on a mission to democratize AI, to put that capability to the hands of consumers, to the businesses and the partners that we work with. So let's dig into how we're going to make it happen. Did it fix the receiver here? A minute. Okay. All right. So since we're in the Silicon Valley, I'm sure a lot of you know some of Intel's history in the world of computing and the many innovations as well as the technologies that we have either led the creation of or driven to market at a massive scale that's required for adoption. This timeline behind me shows some of the highlights since the early 90s, including the very beginning of our history, making silicon products like a CPU a very relevant part of a PC buying decision. So, does anybody remember Intel Inside, the very famous marketing campaign with the bunny suits? This was a marquee campaign that put the CPU that you picked in the inside a PC, a very important consideration. Now, there are many other critical technology highlights too. such as the introduction of MMX instructions, which allows for more multimedia processing available on a PC, as well as the built-in Wi-Fi with the introduction of Intel Centrino. Can you imagine today buying a PC without a built-in Wi-Fi and what that experience may be like? But thankfully, we had the ability to work with the industry to put those capabilities into the silicon. And in 2011, we introduced QuickSync Video and also the first ever built-in graphics inside a CPU. Now, as we fast forward to this year and next year, we're on the dawn of a new era of AI computing. Now, Intel has been on the forefront of almost every PC transition for the last 50 years. Innovation is such an important part of our DNA, and so as we look ahead, AI really is no different. The future of computing is going to be built around AI processing. For Intel, this applies to all segments of the market, from cloud to the data center, to edge computing, and of course, to PCs. Bringing AI everywhere requires a diverse portfolio of hardware and software. And we're well positioned with technologies that spans this spectrum with an open approach. Our approach and commitment are to infuse AI capabilities for all of our technologies. Our heterogeneous architectures consist of CPUs, GPUs, NPUs, and accelerators, delivering competitive performance and open standard solutions that our customers require in order to deploy AI at scale. Now, this is also important to allow for this full spectrum of workloads and usage models that we envision to democratize AI. In addition to building hardware capabilities, we think deeply about enabling the right models for the right workloads and working across the entire ecosystem to provide training, tuning, and deployment needs to accelerate AI at scale. Now, while Intel's AI strategy stretches from cloud to the data center and client as well as the edge, there are reasons why AI on the client is important. First, enabling AI capabilities on each client device will allow the overall scale of AI to increase tremendously, providing more compute power to consumers and developers. Where latency is important to a user experience, the client device is the best place to put that AI. And if you're disconnected from the cloud, you have the ability to do local inferencing, which is important. Privacy on the local device is also important and has its advantages. Keeping sensitive data processing at the local level can offer peace of mind to users. And to ISVs and developers, running AI on the client has a cost advantage, which can help accelerate AI and the adoption of it. Now, adding AI accelerated compute to PC enables better, faster, and newer experiences. And some of this is already happening today. Most of us are familiar with video conferencing and streaming applications. So features such as background noise reduction, background removal, or avatar effects are enhancements thanks to AI. Going forward, the adoption of AI applications is going to fast approach with tasks and capabilities available, and that will continue to evolve greatly. Productivity tasks will speed up when AI can help you create PowerPoint presentations and build summaries of a paper that you just wrote. Creativity applications will leverage generative AI to help you create variants of your work to refine and to perfect. And with the added benefit of privacy of local AI compute, AI assistants will be more personal than ever. The future of AI computing is going to be very exciting and will fundamentally change how we utilize our PCs, how we game, and how we create. To lead this transformation, we need scalable platforms built for AI. And we need to lean into the scale that Intel offers work with our ecosystem partners to enable more workloads and to accelerate user adoption by offering new AI experiences. And the result of this tidal wave of transformation in the PC ecosystem is going to come here sooner than you might think. Now, the good news is that for consumers and software developers, Intel is not starting from zero on AI for clients. In fact, we've been planning for this shift for years, and the head start is helping to prepare the market. In 2019, when we launched the 10th generation mobile platform, we added in support for Vivian instructions in order to help accelerate the first instance of AI inference on the PC. The following year, when we introduced the 11th generation platforms, we brought the very first version of Xe graphics to mobile CPUs. And with it, another AI acceleration instruction called DP4A. When you take the combination of both acceleration methods, we saw performance enhancements for the very first client AI applications. And those include image upscaling, video enhancements from Topaz Labs, as well as image classification in Windows photo applications. We work with these ISVs to ensure that users of the platforms can see the benefits of hardware-accelerated AI capabilities. And we have OpenVINO. It represents another critical part of our Intel strategy and how we can enable AI at scale. OpenVINO is a free and a cross-platform tool that allows developers to write it once and apply across the spectrum of any applications that leverages deep learning. Now, as we release these future applications and generations of products with more AI acceleration, the software frameworks will be more important as the level of acceleration and the number of IPs that need to work together will continue to increase. A big part of the AI acceleration story has been and will continue to be built around GPUs. We know that GPUs are key to the AI ecosystem, and this is one of the reasons why Intel has been developing and investing in graphics in order to build a leading portfolio. We're committed to winning in the space, and it requires executions in multiple areas. First, we're leading in integrated graphics. And these are the GPUs that are built into the CPU, allowing our partners to have different design possibilities and dream up new devices that consumers love. Since the release of our 10th generation CPU family, we have strived to double the performance generation over generation. As we look ahead to later this year in preparation for the next generation launch, we're on track to deliver another generational leap in terms of integrated graphics performance. Additionally, we're building strong presence in the discrete graphics market. These are high-performing gaming. This is where high-performance gaming happens. And this is also where the gaming ISVs release their next-generation, highly immersive, exciting game titles. We launched the Intel Arc graphics in 2022. And have been seeing consistently improving perception around the way that we introduce the discrete graphics. And both of these lines of graphics, whether it's integrated or discrete, requires innovative IP. And the Xe architecture is the underlying technology that we use to power the throughput when we need it or the efficiency when we want to build into a CPU. It also offers features to accelerate ray tracing, AI compute, and offers support for AV1 codecs, just to name a few. Now, building a new brand such as Intel Arc really requires a thoughtful approach. As I mentioned, we launched Intel Arc in 2022, and we have decided in order to break out of a very noisy market where players are very dominant, we took a different approach. Our go-to-market approach is really built around transparency and deep engagement with the community. We put faces out there in the world rather than just logos or brands to represent what we stand for and talk about product truth. We build the community through multiple channels, such as Discord. We put products in front of consumers, not in the usual place like a store, but rather we put it where gamers like to game. And we also have a way to show the product information to the community as well as to the press in a very authentic way. And besides building our brand through the methods that I just mentioned, we also work very closely with gaming ISVs. These gaming developers and publishers really help our product become better and in turn offer a much more optimized experience to our common customers. Now, easily the most popular use of AI for gaming is to super sample images in real time to improve the performance for PC gamers. The way it works is a lower resolution image is rendered by the game itself. We use our AI computational model, which is trained on billions of data points, to generate a higher resolution version of the image and show it to the user. Intel's version of this technology is called XeSS, or Xe super sampling. And it has been implemented in over 75 game titles since we launched, and more are being added every month. So to show you how XeSS works, let me show you a game demo. This is a new game recently released called Synced. We're running this on an Intel Arc A770 16GB graphics card and a Core i9 processor. On the left, you have a game running in native 1080p resolution. On the right, we have XeSS enabled that renders at a lower resolution but uses AI to upscale the image. This improves the performance by 40% to 60% depending on the scene. And you can see the frame rates as we play the game, going from the 70 to 80 frames per second, going all the way up to 120 or 140 frames per second. And this is a great use of AI that's improving gaming experiences today. Generative AI has gained tremendous popularity. The next demo I'm going to show you focuses on AI and stable diffusion, which is primarily the process of generating new images from text prompts or inputs. Here you will see a platform powered by an Intel A770 16GB graphics card and one of the most powerful and most popular local stable diffusion interfaces, Automatic 1111. So when I show you the demo, you will see somewhat complex but powerful interface and two different simple text inputs. First one is Taipei 101 Tower with blue and purple illumination. And the second is Taiwanese street food, just because who doesn't want to see a good food picture? So here. So here we go. It may be a little bit difficult to see on the top left corner. We put in the text prompt and hit generate button. You'll see in 2 to 3 seconds a fully AI generated image of Taipei 101. And here we show you the second using a similar methodology where we put in the text prompt Taiwanese street food. And in 2 to 3 seconds, you hit generate, an image appears. You can do this again and again until you get an image of your satisfaction. And you can see how easily this will be a revolution for content creators, introducing audiences to new art capabilities. Now, our graphics and AI strategy is going to take another major leap forward later this year when we launch our next generation product codenamed Meteor Lake. This is a new platform that combines innovation and power efficiency to kickstart the new AI PC era. Meteor Lake will be the first Intel processor, integrates Intel Arc graphics directly on package. offering amazing gaming experience, but also massive throughput for AI applications. It will also offer integrated NPU or neural processing unit for dedicated AI application, allowing users to utilize AI while on the go. And our CPU cores will continue to excel at lighter weight and low latency inferences. So Meteor Lake is a very exciting product, and we're looking forward to sharing more with you in the industry. But speaking of sharing more with you, here, let me give you a little teaser. In just a few days, Intel will host its annual Intel Innovation Conference here in San Jose. So hopefully you will all be attending either in person or via a webcast. This is a premier event for application and hardware developers to learn more about the future of Intel products and services. It's also a great way to build network and connections with those in the industry. And of course, if you're going to be watching the keynote from our CEO, Pat Gelsinger, on the 19th, you'll see a lot more about Meteor Lake and our AI strategy. So with that, thank you very much for attending this session. I hope you found the information useful. Thank you.